Several people have asked me what I remember about Donna, and the first thing that comes to mind, of course, is her elegance. She dressed to the nines every day. And to me, that means when you get dressed up each day to come to work, it means that your work is important to you.
I'm Adam Kaplan, and Jordan and I wrote an article about Miss Kenny and how she was remembered by students and staff. It was incredible how open people were. People didn't want to shell away and try to deny this from happening. People were open. They wanted to remember how loved she was, how passionate she was. Eric Estoff, who graduated a few years back, reached out to us. It was incredible how much of an impact she made.
I'm Carol Kosciusko, and I first met Donna Kenny, Senora Kenny, oh gosh, decades ago, when she was given a desk in my office that looked like it came from a 1910 storage closet. And she sat down, she looked at that cracked contact paper, swiveled in her chair and said, "Geez, you guys, I feel so silly sitting at this puny little desk here in this office." And we all looked up and started to laugh and looked at the office from a different point of view, from Senora Kenny's aesthetic point of view. And we just laughed, and that's how she was. But she always let us see with a soft and gentle, quirky Midwestern sense of humor. And we do miss that laughter and that fun. And she remains in our hearts.
I'm Jordan Goodness, and I also wrote the article for Miss Kenny. I just remember Miss Kenny because I transferred into her Spanish class freshman year, and I just remembered her as like a really sweet woman. And when I heard about what happened, I was really upset, but I also wanted to get people to remember her, and talking to alums, talking to people who had her before, and talking to people who knew her in the staff was just amazing, and I feel like everyone really wanted to come together and talk about what happened.
I'm Enia Noonan. I teach Italian here at Staples, and Donna Kenny was actually the first person who I met. When I came to Staples, we shared an office for about 10 years, and the wonderful thing, when I think of Donna's many gifts, she was very intelligent, she was perceptive, and she could find the humor in any situation. Senora Kenny would make me laugh so hard that I would cry. I miss her so much, but I am really so grateful to her for all the wonderful times we've had, and for giving me the gift of laughter and of joy, and for looking for the positive in every situation.
I had Senora Kenny for my sophomore year Spanish 3 honors class, and I always remember that she would teach us like the groundwork of like grammar, that kind of thing, but beyond that, we would watch like videos and learn stories, and she would really get us all really excited about the language and the culture, and she just brought so much energy to the classroom. Like, she would joke, and she would like have comments, we would play games, and it would be so much fun. And that just gave the whole class so much more energy and enthusiasm, and it made us feel like closer knit as a class and more like closely tied to the subject. And her energy and humor is something that I and everyone in the Staples community will miss and never forget.
Hi, I'm Chris Frey, oral language teacher here at Staples. I had actually been at Staples for a number of years when Donna Kenny arrived. I was a Spanish teacher, as she was a Spanish teacher. But as I got to know her, I realized that she had been a Spanish teacher for much longer than I had, and had a great deal more experience. What I started to notice and really admire about Donna was that she really was passionate about teaching Spanish. Of course, I couldn't speak about Donna without talking about 2 things. One, of course, is her incredible fashion sense. She and Enia Noonan were our department fashion plates, and you never knew what they'd be wearing day to day. And also, Donna had an incredible sense of humor. She really knew when to come through with a great joke, so I remember that about her as well. And I guess in closing, I really have to talk about Donna's legacy. I mean, certainly, as I've mentioned, part of her legacy is all those who benefited from her knowledge of Spanish language and culture. But in my mind, something even more important to that is what she taught us. Donna, from a very early age, had a struggle with a terminal illness, and she really extended her life in a way that befuddled doctors. She was somebody who lived way past what she was expected to, and in my mind, that's the most important part of her legacy. She was able to teach us about how to live her life with humor, dignity, and grace.